Welcome back to Life on Margot Lane. I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at some of the items I'll be using to redo the dollhouse. So I'll go through first. This is going to be the items that are going to be used for the outdoor, that lanai or green room that I showed you. So here are some plants, and I made these plants. This is supposed to be like a pothos or something. It's string and paper, and I made the little clay pot from some polymer clay. And this is another one. This is supposed to be a monstera. Well, we could do better, I think. I'll make that. But this one, called the mother-in-law's tongue, I'm very proud of this one. There's just a bottle cap on the bottom. I wrapped it with twine and then made these leaves for the plant. And for the soil, it's just some dried tea. We'll do a tutorial on that. And a lot of the items that I bought were before we moved to Hawaii. I bought them at like Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Joann's before it closed. Because here in Hawaii, we have one craft store called Ben Franklin. And they don't carry a lot of miniature things. And getting things shipped over here can be quite the task, let me tell you. But let's go back to this. These will probably be, aren't these gorgeous? These are little clay pot and little clay flowers that were already made, and I'm gonna take the time to make some myself. These are, I love these little tiny clay pots. And I did put a glaze on them just to keep them from cracking and breaking because they're just adorable that I'll be able to stack up. This is a miniature wood palette. I'm probably gonna make a deck or something with that. Over here, there's my little cow my girlfriend sent me, Moo. Some outdoor chairs. And this is going to be my outdoor raised garden, which I think is lovely. But look at these tools. Look at this little tiny, tiny spade. Oh my goodness. Adorable. And these hedge clippers. I mean, come on. And they move. So, Mage adorbs. Cute seed packet there. And this is some faux grass. I have a bunch of it because I've also made fairy gardens. So I have a lot of this faux grass to go on the outside of the dollhouse. Here we have little bags of Miracle-Gro potting mix that I made. I just copied the look of one, and then you wrap it with little cellophane, and it looks like real bags of scaled, the proper size for the dollhouse, which I love. I think it's really cute. Now over here are a lot of things, and these are mostly all purchased items from Hobby Lobby, Target, and things like that. But they'll go on the outside of the house. These will be the outdoor light fixtures. And I think they're super cute. I've got 3 of them, and they're battery operated. So again, I don't have to rewire the house or anything. This little garden bench, it's a bit tiny. So I think it may be like a 1/18th scale and not a 1/12th scale, but I can still use it. There's my US flag that I'll be putting on the flagpole outside of the house once it's complete. Little puppy's house with his dog food and his water bowl. Me cute. I have to put the name on the house, and maybe I'll put shingles on that as well. We'll see. The sweet little cat. But some of these things are fantastic. I mean, look at this water hose. And it came with the faucet, so I glued that to it, and then I'll glue it to the side of the house so it looks like a real water faucet. And this, of course, is the hanger for the water faucet. I just love it. I bought another one here, mostly because I forgot I bought that set. But it's simple. Some garden boots, and my garden boots happen to be green as well. Another hose, so we'll use that on the other side of the house, I suppose. A bicycle. And of course it's pink because I love pink. That's cute. That'll just be in the yard. Stay. Now, this toolbox. It'll probably be in the house, but look at these tools. There is a screwdriver. A monkey wrench. Get out. Look at the hammer. There's 2 of them. Oh, fix the bike. And it comes in a little carry case. Isn't this the sweetest little thing? It's so the people in the house can keep maintenance up when they need to. Now, these are craft stamps, but they're wooden. And I'm going to use them as the house numbers. So the number of the house will be number 18. And for those who know, 18 is my number for various reasons. But I'll paint them probably black to match the outside of the house. A little fire pit. Again, I think I got this at Michael's, so this will go in the yard. In the back, I'll do like a red light in there and some logs, as if it's burning. And here I just found some other wood things. It almost looks like a thimble, but you can use it for whatever. I've made end tables for the house with this, and I can make garden pots, large garden pots with that. Over here is something that I'll do a tutorial on. It's a garden basket that I made, and it's made with twine. The red and white check is ribbon. Oops, and on the bottom is just cardboard. And there's a lot of glue on there, as you can see. And then you stuff it with all the things you would need for a picnic. Cold bottle of Coca-Cola, some French bread, and an apple. And I think it's lovely. Over here, let's move over here a little bit. Here is another basket, shopping basket that I made. Same concept, and little flowers that I made as well. We'll go through that. Little piece of wood with some, like a raffia ribbon, and another yellow and white ribbon to go around it. Put some miniature books and handles to take it to the park. And these are little flowers that I'm working on. There's something called micro beads in the craft world. And this is what they look like. They're loose. You kind of just put glue on the end of a wire. You roll it in, and then you have a flower, so to speak. So this section here are just things that I'm working on. Little pieces of bits and bobs that I've been finding around. Like these are faux stamens from a lei that I plucked off. But once I color them, I can put them out in the garden and it'll look like a bush or starter plants. We'll see what happens with that. Another plant, that I started to make, it didn't come out very well. So she's going to stay here in timeout for a while until I can figure out how to make it better or have the patience for it. These are also from a faux floral arrangement. These are the backs of a flower. Can you see that? And then I just stacked them up. They kind of look like an artichoke, or they could be a succulent. I don't know. I just sat here one day and glued them together, and then I put little yellow centers on it. So we'll do something with that. You know, they'll be cut down, and I'll make something groovy with that, I think. A paper flower. This was one of my first tries at the paper flower. You know, it's trial and error, and I'm having a good time with it. This is a little terracotta pot that I had, and I had broken a faux succulent that I had. So I just took it off, and then maybe I'll do some arrangements so these could be trees out in the yard, out in the garden up against the house. We'll see. And then these are other pieces that I found. This is for scrapbooking, because I'm a big scrapbooker. And these are flowers you should use for scrapbooking or card making. But I thought, oh my gosh, they'd be great in a vase in the house, and they'll look like a big flowering plant or something. You know. And then these are little pieces that I had from another collection of things I was making, that little fuzzy stuff. It's supposed to be faux greenery and faux floral. And then they give you the internal pieces of the plant. Not sure if I'm going to use that part, but for sure I'm going to use the flocking or the fluff material. Oh, and I missed these. This is going to be outside. I have these in my granddaughter's dollhouse. I use them on the inside because, again, no wiring. This is all battery operated. But aren't these the cutest little thing? They were only $4.49 at Hobby Lobby. 14 and up for the age, so I just made that. And these will be either the perimeter of the house or maybe use them on the inside. I don't know yet. Stay tuned. And this was from the dollar spot in Target years ago. And I got one, and it actually works. Let's turn that on. There we go. It's a little battery operated light. It's rather dim. That means it needs a new battery. So we'll get a new battery. And then the mail slot. And if you look really close, you can see a little piece of mail in there. That's from my precious granddaughter, who gave it to me before we moved here to Hawaii. All right, so that's it for the supplies I have for the garden. I thought it would be a good idea to share my supplies and the things I use and perhaps where I get them from for all the rooms as I take you along on my decorating feat. There's a lot, and I get easily distracted because everything is so cute. And because that's my view out my craft room. I have a little bamboo forest outside of my house. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video and comment. I appreciate you. Till next time. Bye.